What is going on, guys? So I am super addicted to Arc Raiders, and I love the whole crafting aspect of this game and finding loot and knowing where to look for the loot. And I'm trying to get really familiar with it. So I kind of had this idea to loot 100 containers because I wanted to see what comes out of each box. I'm always passing by containers that are unlooted, and they always seem to be the same style containers, like the AC units, or I feel like nobody ever loots the cars, or it's very rare that I see the cars looted. So I wanted to see what everybody is missing out on. I basically had this idea of looting 100 containers and seeing what comes out of that container, because I was really curious to see what can come out of each type of container, especially like after the reset. They usually make you look for certain specific items. Basically, I wanted to see what the real world chances were to finding items in game. So I started recording a clip every time I would loot a container. I don't know, maybe this is just my brain overthinking, but I know Metaforge technically tells you what items are in what containers, but it doesn't really tell you how often those pop up in those containers, and if it's like a reliable way to get it, or if it's even worth the breach. And there's also just something about this that just tickles my brain in the right way. So I set out on a quest to go out to every container type and record a 15-second clip. I'm gonna add them all together and then put out a little short video, because why not? Curious to see what containers contain each blueprint or that blueprint loot pool. And I know some items are specifically needed for like doing the projects. I don't know about you, but I'm always planning to do the projects for the stash base and the bonuses they give you. I just can't wait to have a bunch of skill points and a bunch of stash base. And whenever you start the projects over, you need like the gears and the certain hard to find items that are kind of hard to find, but not really. So I started looting a bunch of containers, and the first one I got to 100 was the cars, which I found something interesting. Out of 100 cars, I only found one rusted gear. I did find another container that has way more rusted gears than the cars do. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see that when that comes out. I also wanted to keep it fair, and every car container that I looted was in the day raids, and I try to spread them out per map. So I would go into a map, I would go loot as many cars as I possibly could, and then go into another map. So I went into Bluegate and looted as many cars as I could in that one raid, and then I would exfil and then go to another map, do it all over again, go to another map, do it all over again. So it all just wasn't one map. And when I got around to go back to the same map, if I hadn't looted 100 cars, I would try to go to a different area on that map and loot the cars in that area. Really, I just wanted to see if I'm looking for a certain item, where to go to get those items. So if you're looking for mechanical components, there's a lot better ways to get mechanical components, but they're pretty frequently found in the cars. Or the two most likely things you're going to get is chemicals and metal. I mean, out of the 100 cars, I got 219 metal, but that's not including what the metal brackets and the screws and the license plates break down to. So it's a pretty good metal farm. I actually found a showstopper blueprint, which is cool. I wasn't really expecting to find a blueprint in the cars. I just never had seen one up until then. And also the advanced mechanical components. I also didn't realize that those can spawn in there. I only got 3 out of the 100 cars that I looted, but it was still a nice surprise. I think if you're looking to make a bunch of explosive compound and wolf packs or a bunch of explosives, this would be a nice little, it's a pretty good oil and chemical farm. Yeah, so this is just a quick video just to show what materials you get out of here and like what to expect if you're going to be looting the cars. These were all done in the day raids. If this video gets 500 likes, I'll go out and do a night version and compare the two. And if you're interested to see what the other containers look like when you loot them 100 times and what you get out of them, feel free to subscribe. Take care.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it.